Hi, I'm Todd from My View from the Woods. How would you guys like to go for a walk with me? I like to talk about a couple touchy subjects that are on YouTube and the channel, and also about my trip to North Carolina later this month. Let's go for a walk. Let's go to the Erie Canal. Hi, I'm in one of the pavilions at the Sims store at the Camillus Erie Canal Park Museum. Getting out of the wind, I wanted to do this in front of the Sims General Store, but it's way too windy out there. I didn't think it was quite this windy when I was taking you on my walk today. But I know I want to talk today about some things that are a little, I don't know, people get upset about them on the YouTube channel, and that's monetization, Patreon, membership sites. Yeah, people get upset. People are very polarized on that topic, and I don't expect to make everyone happy. I mean, I never made my mother happy every day of the year, so why would I expect to make anyone else happy all the time? That's just the way I feel about it. But I want to lay down my plans for My View from the Woods, both the YouTube channel and the website. I think it's important to get that documented. And I also want to talk about another thing that's pretty polarizing on the homestead and YouTube, and that's on or off grid, and my plans for that. So I'm going to take you on my walk today and show you some things. Hopefully we see some beavers and muskrats and some birds, but it's pretty windy, and since the Erie Canal runs east and west, the prevailing winds really whip down through it. So we'll see what we can do. Talk to you in a bit. And what I'm talking about is monetization. And I do plan on monetizing. I do plan on having courses, and I do plan on whatever I can do to produce a little bit of money. It's not going to be a living, obviously, but every little bit helps. You want a lot of different income streams. So really what I want to do today is just announce that I did start a Patreon page. I don't expect anyone to sign up for it yet. I really don't have much except ad-free videos, so you can watch my videos there for free. What I am doing different, though, is that the money that is collected through Patreon and my membership site, I'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit, it's just going on towards equipment for the channel. So different camera equipment, better camera equipment, a little bit lighter camera equipment, so I've got to hold this DSLR up in the air. So all the money, none of it will be going actually towards me, except to pay taxes. The rest is just going to, go towards equipment for the channel. So let's go a little bit further down the track here and see what I can find. There's miles and miles and miles of this Erie Canal Trail. This is the first enlargement. So I think I showed you in a previous video the original Erie Canal, and then once that was proven it was economically viable, then they did an enlargement. And this is the first enlargement. It has two tow paths so they could put boats on it, both going east and west. And a lot of this Erie Canal is preserved for these hiking trails. So it's really nice to come down here. It's a good walk. A lot of it is through the woods. And there's quite a bit of nature along here. It's easy walking, so I can get out here. I can do 4 or 5 miles pretty quick and get back to work at home. So this is why. A little windbreak here with a down tree, so I think it's a good place to stop and talk. I want to talk about YouTube and what I'm doing with this channel. I mean, I need to make a plan. If you don't have a plan, you're planning to fail. And I do want this channel to keep going. It's going to document my journey, as I've told before, from trying to find some land a little bit further south to making a homestead, how I'm going to grow my plants. It's just sort of a documentation of my whole journey. I am an educator. I can't get around it no matter what I do. These vlogs are a little bit harder for me. It's just much easier for me to talk about something that I'm doing, like growing vegetables, making potting soil. Whatever the case may be, it's just easier for me to do a little bit of education than it is to do these plain out blogs. But I think I really want to document my journey for the people that have followed me so far, and to see what my plans are for the channel and where I'm going to go. I think that YouTube is a great thing. It's a great search engine. I don't plan to get rich, obviously, with monetization. And any of you, I mean, when I first started this channel, it was right when YouTube was demonetizing sites. And obviously, the other day with the shooting at YouTube, I just don't get. I just don't get it. I don't see why people feel they're entitled to the monetization. I mean, we're in their sandbox, right? We have to play by their rules. They don't care about the channels. They care about the viewers, and they care about the advertisers, the ones that are really paying the bills. So when advertisers having a problem with a channel or a topic, or they're getting a lot of complaints, yeah, they're going to demonetize. They're going to try to discourage you from doing what you're doing. You know, you're just taking up server space if advertisers just don't want to pay to be on your channel. So this is why you really need, if you haven't already, you really need a website. You need to use YouTube as a search engine, talk about things, and get them over to your website so that if you want to develop other plans of monetization, you're in your own sandbox and you can do what you want to do. And that's what my plan is with YouTube. Don't get me wrong, I want to entertain people, I want to educate people, and it's a great place to document, especially with the video, I think. Say what you want to about Pure Living for Life, but if you saw their videos, it was really cool how they could go back to their older videos to see where they were putting things. Mind you, they probably should have had those marked out before, but whatever the case, even if you make a mistake or you don't think about something or your plans change, you're documenting the journey. You can see what you did, and that can help you later on. And that's kind of what I'm using the channel for, right? It's for fun. I am having fun doing these videos. I'm learning a new process with editing. I'm learning a new search engine. I'm learning how to grow vegetables. It's really keeping me interested. I got the hydroponic system going now. It's something I wouldn't normally do. Again, that's me. I just like to play with things. You know, when I first got an aquarium, I looked at it, wow, those fish are pretty. Okay, now what? So then I got into breeding tropical fish. Then when I got into breeding tropical fish, I got into breeding rare tropical fish. Then I could find out I could sell them for money. So I did that for a few years. So that's kind of what I do. I kind of find a hobby and try to take it to the next level, and that's sort of what I'm doing with the gardening. But really what this channel is all about is just documenting my journey to find land and to build a homestead. I'm not going to make the mistakes others did. I do say on my website that I want to live off the grid, and I do want to live off the grid eventually. I don't know what piece of land I'm going to buy, whether there's going to be power there, whether there's even the possibility of power. So if there is power, I am going to use it while I can to help build the house. I don't want to have to run generators all the time. And then I will eventually phase off and try to do solar and hydropower. I mean, that's just how I want to work. If I'm at buy a piece of land that isn't connected to the grid, well then I'm going to have to start off the grid, right? So, you know, I'm not going to put myself out there and like, this is an off the grid channel. No, this is going to be what it is, right? I have my goals. Eventually I want to be off the grid, but to start with, if I have power, I'm going to take advantage of it. It's just an all cost situation. If I can get the solar power up and running at a good price and still be able to build my house, then that's what I'll do. I'll get rid of the connection. I do want to be more self-sufficient. I want to get, you know, there's nothing wrong with electricity and having it if you need it, if you want it, that's great. Same with protein. Protein? Really? Same with oh my God, I can't talk. Especially since I worked for the oil industry for a while. Same with propane, right? It's great to have that 300-gallon tank there in reserve in case you need it. It doesn't rot, it doesn't go bad. It's a great thing to have. But I don't necessarily want to fill it all the time. It's great to have there as a backup. But if I can heat with wood or with other means of energy, then that's what I'll do. So that's pretty much what this channel is about. It's my journey to get off grid, not necessarily start off grid. I just want to put that down there. I want to get all this stuff down so that later on I can just send people, yeah, see this video back here, and it kind of tells what I'm thinking about. So that's what this is all about. Plus it's a good day for a walk. Now I just got to get through this brush pile. Guess we'll go around this way. Alright, now that we're through that, I want one more announcement here. As far as the journey as getting off grid, or buying land more specifically, let me pull this back some. There we go. Yeah, I'm a little out of breath struggling to get through that. I did make my reservations for Mother Earth News Fair in Asheville. I've been going down at the end of the month. I took a couple extra days. I'm going to take a look at some land in North Carolina on the way down on Friday. We'll see how Sunday goes. Head over to Tennessee, look at Tennessee, and then back up through North Carolina on the way home on Tuesday. So I do plan on taking a look at some land. I know it's kind of crazy to drive 12 miles to Mother Earth News when there's one 6 hours away in Pennsylvania in September. But what I really want to do is go down there, since it's more the area where I want to be, western North Carolina, eastern Tennessee. So maybe I can find some people to network down there and do a little bit of searching for land for me, or if they hear about something, they can get a hold of me. So it's just as much a networking visit as it is to go down and listen to the Mother Earth News talks and to see what they have down there. But it's also for me to go down and take a look at some land on the way, some of the counties I'm interested in. If you want to know what counties I'm interested in, I'm posting those on my blog. I got North Carolina done. I'm going to do Tennessee this week, what counties I'm looking at. Again, they're generally the lower tax. That's where I'm going to start. I had to narrow it down somehow. So I figured I'd start with the lowest tax rates. And then I go down there, take a look at the county, see if I like the areas. If I do, great. If I find an area that's got a little bit higher tax rate that I like, well, I'll look for land there. But without knowing, I'm going to start with the lower tax rate counties. So I'm going to continue on my walk, see what else I can come across. Got through that brush pile. This is going to go down another mile or so, and then I'm going to turn around and walk the 2 miles back to where I parked the car on the other side of the canal. So let's take another walk. Typical April weather here in central New York. 1 minute it's cloudy and snowing, the next minute the sun comes out with clouds. Everyone makes a big deal about the snowstorm, but in reality it snows 4 or 5 times in April. I think it averages like 4 or 5 inches. The snow was 4 or 5 inches last night, but it's not uncommon to have 10 or 12 inches, and it will even snow into May sometimes. Even on Mother's Day we've had up to a foot of snow, at least north up by Lake Ontario where I used to live. These sycamore trees are just absolutely beautiful this time of year with the exfoliating bark. Nice contrast to the black and white bark. I'll get up closer so you can take a look at it. You can see the patterns in the tree bark. They grow fast and big. Beautiful tree. Didn't know I was walking that fast. Okay, I'll slow down. I wonder how many people walked under that bee's nest last year and didn't even know it. I think that's pretty funny. Thank you for going on the walk with me today. I really appreciate it. I know Patreon membership sites, they're a touchy subject, but I wanted to get it laid down right from the start that I will monetize the site. I'm not ashamed to monetize. I'm not asking anyone for money. The Patreon and the membership site are there for people that want to and willing to donate. I'll take the money. I'm not going to use the money for myself. I'm going to put it back into the channel. The first will be used for equipment. As all the equipment's purchased, then we'll see from there what I use it for, but it will be something towards the channel to help push the channel forward, help make better content for you, the watchers, and for the readers on my website. So I'm not ashamed to monetize whatsoever, and I just wanted to put that down. Same with on and off grid. I do want to go off grid, there's no doubt about it, but I may not start off grid. I may use, if there's power at the land I purchase, I may use that power to help build the house. Once I get the house built and the energy requirements go down, then I will start to build in the off-grid solar power and the off-grid hydropower if I have the opportunity to use land that has the hydro. Those are my plans. I want to put them right down here on video right now so that I can always come back to them. I don't want anyone to think that I am misleading them or cheating them or doing anything. That's just the way it is, and I want to get this right down. I appreciate your comments. I really love comments. I answer every one of them. You can leave one down below. If you haven't already subscribed, you can subscribe. Also on this, once I finish this video up, there's a place where you can click on it to subscribe. And please also go to my website, myviewfromthewoods.com. There's a lot more information on that website about my journey, about gardening, about living off grid, about purchasing land. That's going to be my main platform, the website. YouTube's a search engine. YouTube, I'm not going to play in their sandbox all the time. I'll use the sand, I'll play with the people in the sandbox, but I'm not going to make that my home. I'm going to have my own platform in which to build monetization. So I hope you guys have a great day. Again, leave a comment below. I'd really appreciate it. See me daily on Instagram at myviewfromthewoods. Have a great day. Hi, I'm back again. I forgot to make one point, and it's kind of an important point, and that's about Patreon. I understand that Patreon's a trusted source for money transactions, and also that a lot of people don't want to go through the hassle of making a membership site. But I don't really think it's fair that Patreon is charging you, the donator, the fees. So you have to pay the percentage of the fees plus a 35-cent transaction fee for a transaction. Now, at least Patreon's being nice and doing them all at once. So if you're donating to several different people, you're only getting charged that 35 cents once, the one transaction fee. But still, you have to pay that as the donator. I don't think that's fair. I think it should be on the person that's donating. At least we would get to write that off as a tax write-off. And you know, you're the ones willing to give us some funds to do something with. I think that we should be at least responsible for paying the fees and the taxes on that. That's why a lot of people I think are going to go to Amazon, an Amazon wish list. It's going to be a little bit harder to track. You know, they're not going to be sending the W-9s to you, so that you have to claim them under your federal taxes. But that said, that's why I built a membership site, plus the fact that I'm in control of it and I can give you more bang for your buck on a membership site once I get the content developed than I can on Patreon. So, you know, if you like Patreon and you don't mind the fees, it's a great site, and it's a lot easier for people to set up than a membership site. But for me, I've done membership sites before, so I have a membership site. Again, the fee structure is the same, and as a matter of fact, it's cheaper annual on the membership site than it is through Patreon. So, you know, you can check out the Patreon membership site. I have a web page, or I'll have a web sales page that will explain the differences between the two. And then I'll look into the Amazon wish list too. I mean, most of the things I want to buy are going to be expensive, and I can't imagine anyone would want to donate them. But again, it would show people what their donations are going to go towards by looking at the wish list. So I just wanted to make that point. I forgot to do it during the walk. I wanted to add it in because I think it's an important part. And I'd like to get your guys' opinion on Patreon too, what you think about it, the fee structures and such. So just leave a comment below. Again, thank you very much. Have a great day.